if you've been a business person all your life and you've been calling your shots, now you're on the board, but you've never been on the board before. You'll never know the dynamics of working with that. So how you go about getting things done? So maybe I ought to strike a class and teach them.
You know, that would be helpful. Relationship building is necessary for really for any purpose, you know, any movement, any vision that you have. You have to know how to build strong relationships. And I know you've done really well in that area. People love or like you or whatever, you build strong relationships. So I want to pivot away just a little bit from politics. Pivot away just a little from politics and talk about legacy. I had an opportunity to ask Mr. Brooks this question when I interviewed him, and I ask you. I think that sometimes when we think about legacy, sometimes we allow people the opportunity to tell our legacy for us versus we get an opportunity to kind of speak about what our own personal legacy means to us and what we intend, you know, our work to mean to others, right? The work in this world. We don't always get a chance to kind of speak to that because others, once we're gone, they talk about our legacy. We're not even here to even listen to it. But when you look back and you think about your life and your passions and the things that really mean something to you, what would you like to be remembered by, that legacy that you fought so hard for us to kind of know about? Like, what is that thing that jumps out at you?
That is a significant question, man. I like to think that hopefully people will see that I was serious about my approach in life, and that I did the very best I could with the skills and talents that I was given. You know? And for the most part, I think people didn't mind seeing me coming, as opposed to glad to see you going. You know? So hopefully, you know, that'll be it. People will say some good things about me. You know, even those that I clashed with, I thought that it was respectful and on ideology as opposed to any other kind of thing. But again, I think I tried to do the best I could with what I had to work with.
I love that. I love that. I love that. I know we're coming to the end of this interview, and I could just chat with you all day and pick your brain about things in life, and
I didn't realize I had so much to say.
You do. You're filled with wisdom and experience, and there's a lot that we can learn from, you know, the life that you've lived. And this is just like a fingernail on the whole story of your life. But it's been wonderful to have the opportunity to sit down and speak with you. And before we wrap up, I would love for you to offer any words of wisdom, any thoughts that you just want to share for Prince William County, for people that are viewing, or just anyone that may come across this.
Well, a couple of little things. Along the way, I learned that it is, try not to make decisions when you're upset. Try not to make decisions when you're upset. My mother, she shared something with me, 1971, when I was going into manhood, 21 years old. She says, when my brother started doing a lot of stuff, this was her take, and I always use this. She says, a man can't learn how to be a man being in the house all the time. He has to know how to go out in the streets and navigate and negotiate whatever it is that he needs to learn in the streets, and always know when to come home. So over the years, as I've worked with young people, I've always, particularly the population of young kids I'm working with, problem, at risk, I always try to tell them, always know when to go home. Always know when to go home. And lastly, I would tell kids, if you don't have a plan for yourself, you become part of somebody else's plan. So those are my little tidbits I throw out. These I've been teaching for years. You know?
Yeah, that's not just for the kids. That's for me too. So.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I've lived by it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had one of them lives, you know. So I always knew where to go home. Try to remember.
Yeah.
But that I think is the paramount. You always know when to go home.
Well, it has been a joy talking to you today. And you are welcome back anytime. If you have anything going on, and I don't think you've totally hung up your hat on politics, so, but if you have anything going on, and you're more than welcome to come back here to PW Perspective and share with us, talk to us, let us know so we can put that out there so that our county can know all about Willie J. Toney and the amazing things that you're doing still in this community. So thank you for sitting down with us today.
Thank you very much for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you everyone for joining us. See you next time.